Continuous 25 is up today, and we are going to be focusing on our glutes and hamstrings in today's workout. I've got 5 exercises for you. Each of the exercises we perform for 40 seconds with 20 seconds of active recovery, and then we repeat all 5 of those exercises for 5 rounds for a time-efficient and effective 25-minute workout. So give yourself about 30 minutes or so invested when it comes down to the workout and the coaching as I walk you through the exercises I have for today. You will need a pair of dumbbells for these exercises. All right, let's talk about the exercises that are going to hit our glutes and hamstrings. The first one is going to be a straddle squat. So for this one, you can use 1 dumbbell or 2. You're going to have the dumbbells set up right between your feet. You're going to have a nice wide stance. Toes are going to be slightly pointed out. You're going to squat down, grab onto the dumbbells with straight arms, press the floor away, stand straight up, come right back down. So this is a wide stance, straddle lift. You're straddling the dumbbells, pressing the floor away, simulating a leg press at the gym, and stand all the way up and back down. Okay, so a straddle squat. Second exercise, we're coming all the way down to the ground. We don't need any weights for this one. This one's going to work your abductors. It is a prone frog abduction. I'm just going to set these weights aside so you can see how to do this one. So coming down to the ground prone, laying down, you're going to take your feet, have your legs together, bend at the knees, and flex your feet, and then put your heels together, okay? You're going to set up your upper body where your rib cage is in the floor, hips are in the floor, and you're going to lift and send the legs out, back in. So simulating you're on the abduction machine at the gym. You're using your abductors right here and in. So lifting thighs off the ground, keeping that flex foot, and then bringing heels together, sending out, back in and out. So just a tiny lift off the ground, and you're really going to feel it right here in the side there, side of your glute. Third exercise, we have an RDL to a reverse lunge, traditional exercise, but just combining the two. So for this one, I'm going to hold my dumbbells in a neutral grip. For the RDL, I'm going to keep the dumbbells at my side for this one. I feel like it keeps things more balanced throughout. So keep it by keeping the dumbbells on the side versus in the front. In the front, we're more prone to have bad form, but here, your form seems to be a little bit better and easier on the back, okay? And it also sets us up for when we get into the reverse lunge. So keeping the dumbbells in a neutral grip, I'm gonna take my hips back and bring my torso parallel to the floor. Feel that stretch in your hamstrings and glutes. Come back up to standing, and then perform your reverse lunge. With that slight forward lean, dumbbells on either side of your foot, press through the front foot to come up, back to your RDL, and repeat the reverse lunge on the other side, okay? For that RDL, just ensure that you are keeping a nice, stable upper body, and you're not allowing the dumbbells to round or bring your shoulders forward, okay? And you do need a slight bend in the knee there when you're performing this, but you don't want to turn it into a squat, okay? Our fourth exercise, we're doing a little conditioning, and we're working laterally. So we're doing our skater with rotation. So taking the dumbbell about belly button height, you're going to rotate, skater, jump it over, skater. So keep the dumbbell close. The dumbbell is actually going to help you get a little bit of momentum, but you'll find that this is also a standing core exercise because you're having to stabilize your body when you're up here, stabilize with your abs, okay? If you can keep that back foot off the ground during this exercise, that's going to be the challenge. But if you need to set it down and step into it, you can do that as well, okay? But try to get that lateral bound in there, that little bit of cardio going on, okay? And then our fourth exercise is also body weight. It's a sit-up to thruster, okay? Hip thrust. For this one, it's more like a hollow hold position that we're going to be in here. And then we're going to come up to a tabletop thruster, okay? Make sure when you come up into this position that you come up into the full locked out tabletop, okay? So knees right over ankles, belly buttons down, hips up. So we can create a nice flat top there, okay? Squeeze those glutes. So if you're right here, you're not all the way up. Lift your glutes a little higher and bring that belly button down. Drop down, come right back out into hollow hold. You want your rear delts lifted. Come up to the crunch, feet and hands on the ground, and up, okay? So make sure that your knees are right over your ankles and they're not kind of back here when you're doing that. So make sure you set up and you're up in that top position, knees right over ankles. And those are the 5 exercises we have today. I think it's going to be a really effective, fun workout, hitting our glutes and hamstrings. Glutes are one of our biggest, if not the biggest, right, muscle group in our body. So let's go ahead and get started. Choose your weights accordingly, and we'll get into this, all right? We begin with the straddle squat. And set my watch here. All right. This continuous 25 is going to begin in under 10 seconds with our straddle squat. We're here for 40 seconds with 20 seconds of rest in between each of the exercises. All right? So press the ground away, come all the way up and down, up and down. Nice wide stance on this. Toes pointed slightly out. And our glutes don't need to come any lower than our knees. So we're focusing on glutes today. You got 20 more seconds here to go. So you should feel like you're on that leg press. When you go to stand up, press the floor away as if you're pressing the leg press machine. Arms are along for the ride. And 3, 2, 1. And then we're into our active, well, into recovery. It's not even active. When we're working with dumbbells and continuous workouts, we just rest for the 20 seconds, okay? 10 more seconds, and we go down to the ground for the abductions. So let's go ahead and come down and get into position. Flex your feet, heels together, lift, take it out. In and out. So from here you can see, keeping my feet flexed, keeping my feet exactly in the same hip position, just lifting the thighs off the ground, abducting. Hips in the ground, rib cage in the ground. Tiny lifts. This one's gonna burn. You got 3, 2, 1, and carefully come up for our RDLs for the next exercise. Woo! You're gonna feel that one for sure, especially as we get through this workout, okay? That one's just like your abduction machine at the gym, okay? Great way to do that at home. All right, RDLs, holding the dumbbells at our side, and then taking that step back, forward lean, press the ground away, back to your RDL. Make sure you're not turning that RDL into a squat. You do want a slight bend, but it's a hinge movement, so hips have to go back, and torso has to be parallel to the floor. Keep a nice stable upper body. Use those stabilizers. What you don't want is to round it, right? So we have to stabilize the upper body as we hinge. And press the ground away. And step 1 weight down. We have our rotation skater with rotation next. With a little bit of cardio in, a little bit of standing ab work, moving laterally. All right, 5 seconds left. We're gonna grab onto that weight, and we're gonna bound to the side and twist. Keep the weight close to you. Bring it all the way over to your glute. That back leg is there for some stability. Acts like a tail of a plane, right? You need to step into it. You can do that also. Absorb the landing. Sending your glute out to the side, much like a curtsy lunge. And set that weight down. Final exercise in the round of 5 exercises is our sit-up to thruster. Essentially, it's a hollow hold knee tuck. Knee tuck up to a thruster, okay? So let's begin in our hollow, coming up into the thruster. Back out with control here, okay? So when you come out of the thruster, down with control, okay? It's not all about the crunching movement. Send those hips all the way up, out with control. At the top, you're not rounding your back, okay? Hips down, or hips, tuck your hips, belly button down, squeeze your glutes, creating a tabletop. You don't want a rounded tabletop. And 20 seconds. And we're back to the top. That's 1 round. You've been through all the exercises now. 4 more rounds to go. It's going to be over before you know it. And this is a really effective workout. So let's get the most out of this. Every rep as good as the first. All right. Nice wide stance straddle squat. All the way up for this one. We've done straddle lifts before, where we kind of stay right here. But we're coming all the way up today. Squat and up. Keep the weight between your feet. Drop down like you're tapping down to a stool, very low chair. We're keeping those glutes at knee height, pressing the floor away from us as if we're on that leg press machine. Press it up. Squeeze the glutes, flex. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Prone abductions are next. Set those weights to the side, give yourself some room. You can go ahead and come down to the ground. Get set up for this one. Slightly lifted upper body, flexed feet, heels together. Lift the thighs off the ground, send it out. Working from right here. Right at the side of your hips. In and out, nice and controlled. Woo, you got 10 seconds left of these. Think knees apart, knees together. Knees apart, knees together. Woo! All right, RDLs to our reverse lunges. Keeping the weights at our side. We're down, up, take a step back, slight forward lean, press the ground away, hips back, torso parallel to the ground, slight bend, press. Like I said, let's get the most out of this workout. Every rep, perfect, good form. Not going to cheat ourselves. You don't have to go fast with this. You're not rounding your back, not letting the shoulders come forward. Feel that stretch in your hamstrings and glutes. Woo. All right, catch your breath, 20 seconds, not a lot of time, into our skier to rotation. Next exercise. All right, taking that weight to our belly button and jumping to side and over. If you don't want to jump, you can do curtsies. You can do that too, okay? Get some options. Slight bend in that leg and then up and over, absorb the landing and rotate. Feel that core, those abs and your core, two different things. Everything working together. And set that weight down. We're gonna go into our sit-up to hip thrust. And then we'll complete 2 rounds. Then we're down to 3 left. Catch your breath. All right. Start in hollow. Come up, knee tuck, and hip thrust. Back down with control. Back up, knee tuck, all the way up. Make sure that you're setting up to your knees are right over ankles when you come up, and a nice flat tabletop here. So nothing like this, but come up and your chin is tucked. Okay, you're looking this way with your eyes and not this way. Draw that belly button down. Bring the hips up. Full range of motion there. And carefully come up. 2 rounds down, 3 to go. All right. Getting tougher, fatiguing, that's okay. Means you're working hard and you're challenging yourself. With glute day, I always choose a heavier weight. Okay. Down and up. Press. You're on that leg press machine at the gym. Okay, that's what you're thinking about here. Press. Nice, good form. Squeeze and flex the glutes and press through the entire foot to come up. Final 10 seconds to get a good couple reps out of this exercise. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and set the weights down. Go ahead and come on down to the ground. We're going to do the abductions. I'll do them this way so you can see how my legs are set up there. All right, flex the feet, knees are together, heels together, chest slightly lifted. Take the knees apart, bring them together. Out, so you're working from here. I know, this one burns. Nice and concentrated. Don't hold your breath through this one either. Each rep. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And carefully come up. Those glutes are nice and activated and fired up. So now let's do some RDLs. All right. So with the weights at our side for this RDL, the weight is more distributed across your body, okay, versus having the weights in front, okay? So it might enable you to have better form than if the weights were here and you're rounding, okay? Just keep them at your side, hinge, take a step back, slight forward lean. So we hit glutes today, glutes and hamstrings. Focus in on glutes in that reverse lunge. Nice and controlled. Press the ground away. You shouldn't use that back leg at all with the reverse lunge. It's just there to stabilize. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That one goes by fast. Skaters with our rotation. Get a little standing ab work in. A little explosive movement with our lower body, learning to absorb the landing and stabilize. All right, taking that leap to the side, working our inner thighs too here. Just trying to take a good leap across. Rotate all the way to the side. almost done with this round, and then just 2 to go. Keep getting that big leap in there, okay? All right, finishing already to the end of the round. I feel like this is going by quick. All right, our hollow hold to our hip thrust. Go ahead and lay all the way down. All right, hollow hold position, bring it up, and hip thrust. Control it on the way out. Up, you're not holding on at the top. And out, and up, all the way up. Create that table. Full range of motion, don't stop short. All the way up, press those feet to the ground, squeeze the glutes. You got less than 10 seconds here. Come up, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And up to standing, back to the top for our straddle squat. 2 more rounds today. 10 more minutes, 5 more minutes per round. Stand with feet wide, straddling the dumbbells. Arms are straight, and press the floor away. Glutes are just at knee height. Press, stand all the way up. Straddle, squat. Keep the weights right in between your feet. Neutral grip. Arms are straight. All lower body. Feel that ground underneath your feet. Press. Press that floor away. Press it away as you stand up. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down to the ground for our abductions. All right, go ahead and set up. Knees together. Bent knees, 90 degrees. Heels together. And take it out. And knees together. Out. Keep it flex foot. That just helps to create that tension, that flexion we want. And working from the side. Lift your quads off the ground, up, and less than 10 seconds. Get some more good reps in. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! And carefully take it up. Went into RDLs. Woo! That sweat is dripping. Woo, not even jumping around a lot today, right? Just pure strength for a lot of these exercises. All right, RDLs. So hinge and step it back. Slight forward lean, press through that front leg. Slight bend. Feel that stretch in your hamstrings and glutes. Torso is parallel to the ground and nice and strong. So what I see often is a squat like this. You got to hinge, okay? It's all hinge movement there, not a squat. Hinge. Bring your torso forward as you send your hips back. Woo. It's like a waterfall today. Working hard. All right, 4th exercise, skater and rotation. A little bit of conditioning here. A lot of balance with this next exercise. All right, here we go. And take that leap and twist. Reach it out. Reach it out and twist. That weight all the way to your glute. Little curtsy position there. Less than 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. All right, set that weight down. We'll come down to the ground. Final exercise in the round. And then we're on to our 5th and final round. Whew. All right. All right, nice and controlled as you lower down into these hollows. All right, knee up into the glute hip thrust. Take it out, bring it in. Up and squeeze. Take it out, nice and controlled. Full range, full range. Bring that belly button down, okay? That's gonna keep your back from rounding. Belly button down, tuck your hips. Less than 10. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and carefully come up for our final round today. All right, make this your best round. You're tired, you're fatigued, but we made it this far. All right, this is such an effective workout. All right, here we go. Down and up. Nice and strong. Strong press away. Feel your glutes working. Keep going. You're almost to the final 10. Every rep as good as the first. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we have our abductions now. Coming down to the ground, setting up for this. Catch your breath, make sure you breathe during this exercise. Okay, don't hold your breath. Flex the feet, heels together, knees in, out. Bring in and out. And breathe. Woo. Keep a flex foot. Soles of your feet towards the ceiling. Heels together. Knees together, knees apart. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. And carefully come up. 3 more exercises to go. RDLs. Gotta have RDLs on a glute day. All right, here we go. And hinge, hinge. Take a step back. Press through the floor. No squats in this one. Here's the difference. This is a squat. This is a hinge. You gotta feel that stretch in the hamstrings and glutes. Send your hips back and bring your torso parallel to the ground. No rounding of the shoulders. Evenly distributing the weight by holding our dumbbells in that neutral grip at our side. And as you come into the lunge, weight on either side of your foot, press away and set it down. Into our skaters and our sit-ups, and we are done for today. You just need one weight for the remainder of the workout. Catch your breath. Go and pick up that weight. Let's get into this. All right, take it across. And twist. That weight is nice and close, and just going across the belly button area to your hip. Leap, leap. That weight can help you with that momentum. You just got to absorb and lock it in, balance, stabilize. Final 10's coming up. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set your weight down for our final exercise. Hip thrust. Hip thrust. So good for glutes. Doing weighted as a single exercise on your glute day. Here we're adding in some abs. Follow, hold, come up, and then full range. Lock it out. Really press, control, bring it up. Press those feet into the ground. Press, 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 lift, lift, lift. Belly button down. Take it out. Lower with control. No rounding the back on that hip thrust. Imagine you have a weight across your hips. Up, pressing it towards the ceiling. Send it out. You got 10 seconds to go. Up, press. Back down, out with control. Try to get it in 3, 2, 1. And carefully walk it up. Head to the last to the left. Final 20 seconds. Hands over your head. Just breathe. Just breathe. Get that heart rate down. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Good workout. Really good workout. That's one I would repeat for glutes and hamstrings for sure. And the nice thing about this workout is it's time efficient. You get a little bit of that conditioning in with some of the exercises, but also because we are moving quickly from one exercise to the next, so you get minimal rest time right in there. But we're also working on strength too. And this is a workout where you can choose heavier weights, okay? You can choose heavier weights because we're working our largest muscle group. So I encourage you to invest in a good set of dumbbells at home. The one I use most often is my set of 25s. I use that one most of the time for these workouts. All right, I hope you like that one, and I will see you for our next time efficient, effective, continuous workout.